Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Elden Ring. Last episode was so much fun. We have our bloodshot eyes now, which may be a permanent feature of the playthrough. And I'm also continuing to absorb and digest all that we learned regarding Ranni the Witch, miniature Ranni, baleful shadows, two fingers, Empyreans, all sorts of amazing stuff. It's those episodes in particular that make a playthrough like this so much fun, at least for me, and hopefully for you all as well, learning these wonderful bits of the lore and the story. And so I decided to come back here to the entrance to Nokron just to see if maybe somehow we might be able to find Blythe. This message is still here, and no sign of Blythe, as I kind of suspected would be the case. I may have missed Blythe somewhere, who knows. But the message does maybe make a little bit more sense now. There's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron. Go on, I'll catch up. This may be a reference to another baleful shadow. And I'm not sure that we need to be going back ourselves through like Nokron or the Shifa River to try to search for baleful shadows. It seems like the message, the dialogue during that baleful shadow fight seemed to suggest that that was the last one. That maybe Blythe has taken care of the others, or the others somehow have been dealt with. And if we look at the item that came to mind after last episode was this black wolf mask, which is now makes sense would be the head of, or maybe not the head of, but the mask that was used by one of these baleful shadows to try to get close to Ranni. I don't know if the baleful shadow that we took on looked like Blythe. So it seems like multiple of these baleful shadows, maybe all of them, have been trying to look like the full Chad. You'd think they might come up with something a little different, try some variety in the disguises, but maybe there's only so many people that are close to Ranni. She keeps a very tight inner circle, so you don't have the widest pool to choose from. I also did go and check with, I already have checked with War Counselor Iji, and surprisingly there was no new dialogue with Iji, even though Ranni gave us this farewell where she says, tell Iji and Blythe that I love them. There's no new dialogue here with the War Counselor. A bit surprising. However, even though Ranni bid us farewell, I would be hard-pressed to think that that's the last that we've heard of Ranni the Witch. She's too major to the story. She's too prominent of a figure, right? There's going to be more to Ranni. I did notice that Vare has moved on. Vare is no longer here at the Rose Church. No idea where he's at, but we progress things very substantially with our friend, our very sus, blood-soaked Vare, who's moved on to somewhere, and I'm sure we'll catch up with him eventually. I don't really think there's anybody else in terms of NPCs that I want to check with. I don't have a good... We can maybe very quickly head back to the hold and just do a quick little run around, but it just feels like we're at a bit of a... For the moment, we're in a bit of a holding pattern when it comes to... We've had this major progression with Ranni, but outside of that, the goings-on at the hold seem to be a little bit stale. Nothing new from Gideon. I don't know exactly what's supposed to happen or when. With Dung Eater, we're supposed to get something that happens. Why is he shaded like an invader? Is that supposed to have some PvP connection? Is there anything that we want to buy from? There may be some purchase options here at the various bell bearings. Oh, did I know about this? Did we already check this? The sorceries apparently that we get as a result of Celiovis's bell bearing. I think we went through this, did we not? Maybe not. Let's just check these real quick. The Carian Phalanx. Looking to see if there's any notable mentions. I did see that this was the Carian Retaliation was the royal family's secret means to prepare against the disloyalty of the Academy. The Moon and Stars would one day go their separate ways. This one here, though, the Glintstone Ice Crag, serves as a conduit, launching a massive cold magic. The Snowy Crone taught the young Ronnie to fear the Dark Moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. Okay, that line I think is on one of the sorceries that we have already. It's like a repeat line that is maybe on these snowy sorceries. Yep. Freezing Mist as well. Okay, okay. I think we missed this, I feel like. These other ones we've been, I think, keeping up to speed, even though I haven't bought the spells. I probably should buy these, shouldn't I? Order's Blade. Let's get this. I don't know that I'm going to equip it, but we can equip it. We do have just barely enough intelligence. Something I hadn't thought about was the fact that apparently these spells, if you think about it, it probably makes sense that they would scale with not just faith, but also intelligence. So even though we can like minimally wield some of these with just enough of Rune Arc or whatever else boosting our intelligence, we're maybe not getting the maximum benefit from them. I guess we'll just pick both of these up. Let's just have both of these, the Litany of Proper Death, to make sure that when the time is right, if the time is right, because these are pretty effective against those who live in death. Another option, having those in our quiver, so to speak, would not be a bad idea. Okay, so, and of course, Patch's Bellbearing sitting here. There's still a very overpriced Stone Sword key, which we do not need. And yeah, I think we're gonna move on from the Twin Maiden Husks. We do have some runes still here, which we can use to level up. We could also potentially level our seal, the Claw Mark seal, which was a nice addition to our arsenal, getting those stronger, those strengthened spells. I think I'm gonna wait on this still, just because we did pick up some. We got a nice boost to our Let's actually throw one level into the Greatsword. We're doing okay on Smithing Stone 4s. As long as we keep 12 in reserve, that means I can do like one full sweep of upgrades if I wanted to for a particular weapon. So we'll spend 4 of these here to upgrade Lightning Sword. The Lightning Greatsword to a plus 11. This weapon is pretty cool. I still am going to be going back to the other. We have the Godslayer Greatsword as well as our favorite, the Magma Guillotine.
Greetings.
We'll be continuing to mix those in. Oh, actually, no, that actually makes me realize something. We're doing a little bit of upgrade, taking care of, maybe that's how we'll spend our runes here. It's just getting upgrades to things like the Night Maiden and Swordstress puppets. But that does remind me, we picked up so many somber smithing stones last time. We should be using some of those. So let me go ahead and I think a minimum of plus 3 is what we want on each of these here. So that would be a thing to get. We would get, that would be something to buy from the Twin Maiden Husks that I hadn't thought of. So with our Magma Worm's Scale Sword, yeah, we have 4 Smithing Stone 7s now. The thing is, I kind of want to keep using this Greatsword. So I'm not going to upgrade a weapon that I'm not going to be using right away. So it's good that we've got the Somber Smithing Stones now to spend. And we will do that when the time is right. Once I am switching back to either the Magma Guillotine or the Godslayer Greatsword, which I want to play around with both of those quite a bit. Let's get 1 Ghost Glovewort 3 and upgrade the finger, not the finger. I was thinking of Theralina, the Finger Maiden puppet. This new set of puppets that we picked up from Noxtella. And let's actually change our equipment here. Knight Kristoff has been really cool. I kind of want to keep Kristoff around. Let's switch though the Battle Mage. We'll switch him over to the puppets. I don't exactly understand, other than for flavor purposes, what is exactly the difference between the puppets? I guess the puppets are... They were somehow crafted by somebody, who knows who, but it does say that they became puppets of their own volition. What makes them puppets while somebody like Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff is just a spirit? But these are spirits too. Not sure exactly what is... Maybe one is legendary, right? Kristoff has a name. These poor puppets have no name. They are just anonymous. So, there you go. Is it possible that we have anything new with Nephili?
In this ash, it reminds me of...
Don't know when we will get some progression with Nephili, but for now, I think it's time for us to keep it going. We'll wait to level up, I suppose. Or will we? How much does it take to level up? Quite a bit. I don't want to dip into the piggy bank just yet. We'll keep our exploring going for now. What we will do is our wondrous physic is, oh yeah, it's lightning shrouding and stamina. That's an interesting mix. Did I want to keep that? I think I will keep that for now. It's actually, yeah, we'll having the extra stamina in most situations is probably going to be fine, but I also like just doing a big old massive boost to, because boosting our strength is actually boosting our damage quite a bit now with our claw mark seal. We'll keep playing around with it. I'll keep the stamina in there. What I wanted to do though was change my Ash of War. That's the last bit of housekeeping that I want to do here before we this lightning ram. It is hilarious. I also don't find it incredibly useful just because we have so many... It feels like it's not great against a single target because once you go past them, circling around, it doesn't feel so good. You don't circle immediately to kind of keep hitting them, which is kind of what I had in mind. I had this idea of just circling incessantly around the enemy, ramming them to death. Doesn't seem like it works that way, and the damage is kind of low. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to this Golden Slam. I like the ability, or at least I want to try the ability. We're going to see how it works. We're going to keep playing around with the lightning affinities. Wait, is this no, this is not a lightning affinity, is it? Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, this is sacred. Oh, so that does adjust things here a little bit. It actually gives us quite a bit more faith scaling on this sword, which is good, question mark. Let's see. The sheet damage clocks in at 520 right now. If we I mean, we're not going to get better from anything else, I don't think, because of the way our build is. If I go to anything, even heavy, we don't, like, we're doing good on strength, but we have both strength and faith to take advantage of, so we really want the 520 here. So that Ash of War, okay, I was thinking this was a lightning affinity for some reason. So, okay, we will try this out. We will try and see what the Golden Slam yields us. And because of that, we've given a holy affix to our sword now. So let's put holy damage in our wondrous physic. Try to keep the synergies aligned here. And with that, let's finish our housekeeping. Yes, as I always worry more than I should about the taking care of the little tidbits here at the beginning of an episode. I think the other notes though that I had made, if we just put a bow on the situation, the situation from last time, and this Dark Moon Ring. This was another item. This was the item that was in the chest in Rail Lucario. Of course, this was the major culmination of the events of last time, which I kind of forgot to mention or talk about. But not only is it an interesting bit of lore here that it talks about Ronnie being the Empyrean, which we knew, but it talks about her consort would by rights earn the title of Lord. This ring supposed to be given by Lunar Princess Ranni to her consort. I don't know that us possessing this ring now makes us Ranni's consort. I don't quite think that's how it works. However, it may still convey the rights that would be bestowed upon the consort, which means the title of Lord. Is this an item that could potentially factor into one of the endings and our ability to become Lord? I'm not sure if it would be Elden Lord. We'll think about it as we continue to think about so many things. I think we have also read these other spells here before, but we'll tick them off, get the exclamation mark off of the screen for the Golden Order incantations from D. Let us now turn our attention back to the Altus Plateau. We are very close to pressing into the inside the outer wall, but we have one little bit of business to finish here, which is the Altus Tunnel. I think that will wrap us up. I think we may also check back in with Gold Mask. Gold Mask and Scribe Corin. That would be a good idea. If we're not going to do a full NPC sweep, let's at least check in with those guys. If I had to guess, we will not have progressed anything. Okay, what am I doing here? We will not have progressed anything with Scribe Corin. We will not have progressed anything with Gold Mask or Scribe Corin. As I try to get warmed up here into actual combat. Finally. Look at that, Smithy Stone 5. Okay. Maybe I will be heading back to upgrade my seal sooner than I thought. Let's open a chest and pick up a Rune Arc. We already have a Rune Arc equipped, but hey, we are ready to go if and when our Rune Arc, the current Rune Arc, runs out. Whenever we have to redo our humanity, that is ready to go. Man, we deal a good amount of damage with this sword. I like it. Oh my god, the snails jump at you? Have we ever seen the snails jump before? What? Okay. This is an oddly colored tree root here. This feels like... Is this like one of the minor Erd trees? It feels golden. Is that a minor Erd tree root sticking into the Altus Tunnel here? All right, let's get into the Altus Tunnel, and we'll think about circling back around to Gold Mask at the end. See what we can find here, and maybe also be looking out for some sus cave walls. Not sure if that's going to be... If sus illusory cave walls are on brand for a set of tunnels. We'll find out. It would be great, though. One of the things... Smithy Stone 5. I like it. Excellent. One thing I had thought of, though, is... Oh my god, we're actually taking a little bit of damage here. And that guy was not dead. Okay, who is shooting the spells? Who is shooting these spells at us? We are... These are the Avianet guys, right? The Avianets... Was it the same guy? It felt like there was two guys that were showering us with spells. The Avianets are supposed to be... Oh my god. See, this is what I thought. Actually, I don't think this guy was shooting at us when we were down below. I think it was somebody else, or we were just taking incoming from... Ooh, Arteria Leaf. We were taking incoming from perhaps the same guy, but at different angles. Okay, let's get the... I think we've taken care of the immediate threats. Somber Smithing Stone 5. What I was trying to say is that it would be cool. Why are these guys hanging on to life by a sliver of health? This is another place to get stocked on Smithing Stone 5s, apparently. Let's go. I think we're going to be leveling our seal after this, guys. We had a set of tunnels a while back now. A set of tunnels where a set of tunnels, as I decide which way to go here. A set of tunnels in Liurnia, I think, that gave us unlimited. Just realized that we had some snails disguised here. Some unlimited. That was fun. Very loud, but fun. One of these days I will finish the thought that I have been getting at here. It will happen eventually. It's just my brain, my poor little brain struggles to be able to do combat, even if it's just against snails. Combat mixed with trying to talk. And maybe the is this a boss door? Wait a second, there's a Crystallian in here. Well, okay, I mean, this is exactly there. I think there's actually multiple Crystallians. Okay, the boss door. Interesting. Or mini boss door. I was talking about this set of tunnels over here. The Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, which gave us the bell bearing that gives us unlimited smithing stones, level 1 and 2. We are perhaps going to be getting that in here for the next... it was at least a wish of mine. I was like, man, it would be cool if we could. If we could potentially get the next bell bearing that gets us unlimited of the next level of smithing stones. I guess, though, we are going against how many 2 Crystallians this time. Okay, we've done 3 before. Surely we can handle 2. Surely 2 is not that much of a handful, especially if we can just flatten them with our golden pratfall. That was kind of sick, actually. Wow, they are completely... Okay. And that's all that she wrote when it comes to you. Okay, I need to get my stamina back. We're also getting a nice boost, I think, from our... Yo, this is kind of like... Honestly, this is kind of like Magma Guillotine, isn't it? There is a very strong similarity I'm noticing here between this, the Golden Pratfall, and the Magma Guillotine. Wow. I'm calling it the Golden... It's the Golden Slam. I should have... Wait a... Okay. I mean, I just noticed patterns, guys. This is the way my brain works, okay? I notice patterns. I think both times that we have gotten a bell bearing that has increased our... That has given us an unlimited version of smithing stone. One of them was in a tunnel in Raya Lucaria. There was another, I want to say... Now, I could be forgetting some things here. I want to say the other one was in, like, this Academy Crystal Cave. Maybe not. Maybe it was over here in Caelid somewhere. This is where it might be the Celia Crystal Tunnel. I just note, I think in both cases, we got these miners' bell bearings from Crystallians. Don't quote me on that. I feel very confident that the first one that we got in Liurnia was from a Crystallian. I don't know if the other one that we got was. But either way, we now have the Somber Miners Bell Bearing number 2, also from a duo of Crystallians. The number of Crystallians in each particular fight may vary. I think there was only a single Crystallian the first time around. These sorts of little details and patterns, though, are the kinds of things that my brain hones in on. The bell bearing of a miner once dug for somber smithing stone, yada, yada, yada. Somber smithing stone 3 and 4. Okay. We're pretty good. We're pretty healthy on those levels, though. This is the thing, is that these bell bearings often come later than you need. But this really opens up the options for basically any weapon that you want. Any weapon that you really want to upgrade, you're going to have the option to. Okay, so this crystal... This is actually not a crystal tunnel. This is just an Altus Tunnel. So that was my only doubt, is that I feel like crystal tunnel in each case was where we picked up the previous bell bearings. So I thought, well, this one's not a crystal tunnel, so maybe not. But it had also just been a while. It had been some time since our last bell bearing of that variety that we had picked up. So I thought maybe we're due. There's another. Here we go. This is the other way that we wanted to explore. Now that the mini boss has been taken care of, did not net us a crazy amount of runes. So I'm actually kind of glad that I did not spend my... Oh, I see. We're doing parkour here. Okay. I did not spend a gold pickled foulfoot. Glad that that did not happen. We are, of course, here in this big cavern where previously, we were on the other side. Yeah, I think we were up there before in the Perfumer's Grotto. And as we suspected, this part of the cavern is accessible from the Altus Tunnel. And we have an Arsenal Charm +1. Interesting. It can't be better than the Great Jar's Arsenal, I don't think. Slightly less effective, that is, than the Great Jar's Arsenal, but an Arsenal Charm +1. Cool. I think I like the artwork on the Great Jar's Arsenal is really nice. So many weapons stuffed in that jar, and the sword and the mace poking out of the bottom. Pretty good. But hey, you know, we're collecting all the things. You got to collect all the things. Golden Rune 7. And there's more below us, isn't there? Okay, there is more down here. Make sure I don't jump off. Don't jump off the side. If I can help it. All right. It feels like we're doing a lot more damage with our greatsword, I think, because ultimately, while it has been fun to play around with the lightning, I should have just done this part first. It's been fun to play around with the lightning and the lightning ashes of war that we've had. We don't do nearly as much damage. The scaling on the lightning affinities isn't as good for us as the sacred scaling, the sacred affinity. Is there anything we want to buy from you? I think we've bought out all the stuff here. Maybe I'll at some point go around and like completely buy out all the outfits, which is I think something I did in DS3, but nothing that we wanted to buy from you here at the moment. What I wanted to do was, well, we're not even quite at leveling up yet, but maybe I will pop some runes. I think I will do that actually. Let's pop. We need 8K, basically 7,500. So let's quickly dip into the rune stash. I'm okay doing that for. Wow, we have so many of those 5Ks. I'm okay doing it for 7,500 is a much more reasonable expenditure than 22K. We have so much though. I fret over these things when I really shouldn't. But I feel like, you know, if you're a little not judicious enough with how you spend your cash, then before you know it, that cash is gone. Yeah, we actually get an extra point from Faith. We're going to keep leveling Faith for now. Let's get Faith up to like 40, and then we'll see where we go from there. Let's also quickly head over to Gold Mask and Scribe Corrin. Just make sure there is nothing to be gleaned from them. And then I think it's time for us to pick up the map for a new section. New area hype very soon, very shortly. Every time I'm here in almost any part of the Altus Plateau, but it feels like this angle in particular, it's no wonder that Gold Mask chose to hang out over here because it's so gorgeous. I feel like right at this time of night or dusk is also just perfect. Like the contrast between the Erd Tree and the darkened sky is just so good. Something tells me we're not going to get anything new from Gold Mask. Maybe ever. Maybe the silence of Gold Mask. Silence is golden. Wow. I just got that. They did that on purpose, didn't they?
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
Nothing new from Scribe Corrin. Okay, so it is time. We'll let them continue to stew and let them absorb the sounds of the worm faces in the background, which everybody loves, right? It's all really our favorite part of the game is the worm faces. Okay, map time. Map time. I remember we picked up a lot of golden seeds here before. That was very fun. It was very exciting. We'll take just a moment to look around. This staircase continues with the fantastic tree sentinel statues. And ultimately, the capital and the Erd Tree. Let's look at the map, though, and see what we've got. Leyndell, Royal Capital. Map found. There it is. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous both just out in the game, in looking at it, but also on the map. They go out of their way to make the Erd Tree just so freaking amazing. Okay. So here it is. This is the Divine Bridge. The Divine Bridge that we have been to. And maybe we should quickly go there. Let's just go there and see. Make sure that there... I would assume that there would not be anything new, but you never know. There could be some NPCs that would show up at this location. We cannot ride Torrent. We still got the big dragon out here. My guess... This dragon is absolutely ginormous, though. If I had to guess, at this point, well, the only guess that I would have would be Fortisax. But also, this dragon it feels like so much bigger than Lanciax. Is Fortisax supposed to be comparable size to Lanciax? May not be correct to make that assumption. Something I'm seeing that I did not see before is there is a fog gate. There is a fog gate in this building here that has an Erd Tree over it. Oh boy. Oh boy. So Oh, there's kind of a coliseum here too, isn't there? Oh, all right. It's one of... Okay. There's this... What? I don't remember what the enemy's name is. It's a recurring enemy that has the dual hammers. We just... What? A couple episodes ago had to deal with this version of this enemy where we had to lure him into the light of Rosus in order to complete the dungeon. So that's a thing over here. In this direction, actually, the south. Here is that sort of a half Colosseum. Are the other Colosseums partial like this? They are, aren't they? Is that on purpose? Is it not then It may not be that these buildings were constructed and then part of them fell away. It might be that they were constructed with just this. It's a slightly more than half of a circle. The other one would have been the Great Jar. The Great Jar's location. It has the same shape. Like a 200-degree angle. Fascinating. Okay, a little... again, my brain fixates on these details, which may or may not be important. I love the music. This music is fantastic. Very interesting to come back to this location. Now that we have a map, for one thing, but also now that we have a bit more context to things overall. Let us just explore back down to the other end of the bridge and be sure that there are indeed no NPCs up here. But then, assuming that is the case, we can start our exploration from where we found the map. Okay. Nothing new here. I just did remember that there is a sending gate here. Not yet active, though. When will we be activating that, I wonder? This building that's over here, where we saw the fog gate, it is very close to the Erd Tree. Is it this building, perhaps? I think it is. Yeah, that's the building. So, this building here, right next to the Erd Tree. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I want to know what's behind that fog wall. My lord, do I ever want to know. And then yeah, we saw, and you can see beyond it what we saw previously, this super giant massive door leading into the Erd Tree. We know that, I think we know that Marika is supposed to be imprisoned inside the Erd Tree, right? We also know, I think, from the Pustule of Death, we also know this other bit about Godwyn. Godwyn is supposed to be now the Prince of Death. And as first dead of the demigods, it said he's buried deep under the capital at the Erd Tree's roots. The Erd Tree's roots. Is it possible? So we have the underground here and this great waterfall crest. I think maybe if when we do pursue this lead of the deep root depths, that could be where we find the Prince of Death. For now, we will continue here in the capital. Oh, there's a finger reader crone. Okay. But I think it might also be interesting to pursue, maybe in parallel, we'll see how we go, this deep root depths, I should say. What else? There is a minor Erd Tree over here. Could be a good first objective, preliminary objective, because we do love those Flask of Wondrous Physic upgrades. Where do we ultimately get into the capital, though? It would have to be over here, wouldn't it? Somewhere here? Because here, up these stairs, we'll go to the finger reader crone, but up these stairs, it doesn't have a bridge that goes across the water here. It might have some sort of a lift or ladder that gets us up on the wall, potentially. Only one way to find out. Let's head back here. And I think we'll start by going to the south. It looks like there is something on the map, perhaps a church. That was my first instinct when I saw this here. This looks like it could be a church. And then there is what looks like probably a cave down here as well. And there's not too much area to the south here. So let's go ahead and make that the start of our exploration. We'll do a little bit of a sweep here. There's part of me that wants to battle the tree sentinels to see how powered up we are now. We may do that eventually. Just try to take on some tree sentinels. Let me also sit at the site of grace. I just reminded myself that maybe, potentially, there could be some dialogue with Melina. Okay, not this time. So let's head this way. It's very breezy. Surprisingly windy inside the outer wall. And there is an encampment over here kind of in the woods with the ability to summon. So why don't we get our puppets ready to go? We'll circle around to the far corner of the map, pick up a Trina's Lily, and see if there's anything to see. We see a divine tower in the distance that we have been to before. That would be the Liurnia. Nope, that's the... it is the Liurnia. It is the Liurnia tower. It's just so amazing. It's always incredible to me, even going back to each of the Dark Souls games. Maybe not so much in Dark Souls 2. Maybe not so much in that game, but definitely in Dark Souls 1 and 3. Even with the more limited technology, they were still able to very well tie together when you were in one... When you were in... What the fuck? What in the actual... It's a tree spirit. Dude, really? Did that thing just fall out of the sky? What in the... Okay. Sure. Sure. Seems correct. Seems legit. We're gonna use our Flask Wonders Physic for this. Oh my god. Ow! I thought I rolled through that. I really want to give a trickle heal to my my puppets. I also think I should be using fire. Probably a good idea to get to one of my fire spells. Let's get some Black Flame charged up here. And there go my puppets. I'm all on my own. All on my lonesome. So now I won't be charging the Black Flame quite as much. This guy... He's dealing lightning damage, right? Just like most of... Have all the tree spirits done lightning damage, I think? It's such a different story when you get to fight one of these guys out in the open. Roll too soon. You have so much more room to roam. Yeah, there we go. I'll use a gold pickle Foulfoot. Not sure if that's a good idea. I may not even have got it off in time, but the pattern appears to hold. I don't know if it's every single tree spirit, corrupted, putrid. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember what the full... There was definitely a putrid tree spirit that we fought in the War Dead Catacombs. I'm gonna have to review the footage because I was very confused as to where the hell that thing came from. It felt like it fell from the sky. Did it just, like, plop off the Erdtree? Erdtree, are you, like... What's going on here? All right, thanks to the... We definitely got a lot of help from the puppets. they provided a substantial distraction there. But the pattern, I think, in most cases has been for us to pick up a golden seed from the tree spirits. And they love to eat golden seeds, you know? They love to... It's a the backbone of a putrid or corrupted tree spirit's diet. And we now have a giant crusher. Okay. We're going to be getting a new flask soon. Yes! Very hype. Great way to start a zone. And we now have a colossal giant crusher, which takes 60 strength. Interestingly, with two-handing, I think we can wield this now. We can actually wield this. A hammer made from a boulder used in the war against the giants, one of the heftiest weapons in the entire lands between. After the giants were quelled and man turned against man in violence, this weapon was all but forgotten. Man has grown feeble in comparison to his forebears. I want to try this because I'm wondering if this is the weapon that one summon who helped us against Radon. Is that the hammer that he was using? We also didn't read the map yet. Leyndell, City of the Erdtree, is a metropolis enclosed by double ramparts. The inner wall remains unbreached to this day. How are we going to get past that inner wall? How we do? How are we going to do it? This guy sure ain't going to tell us. Let's try that hammer. Hammer. Giant crusher, in fact. Giant crusher. I think that might be that guy's hammer. I think that might be the one. I'll have to go back and look at the footage, but... Oh, look at that. Whoa. That's just the strong attack. You just do a somersault. Oh, that is fun. I love that. That is so cool. I mean, we should be able... What if we actually put... What if we put our pratfall onto this thing? What if instead of the greatsword, we went around golden pratfalling with this giant... We can wield it. We'll see. I might play around with that and see what sort of scaling options we get. Not one that I would be completely opposed to thinking about. So now that we have gotten, wow, we might also, if this is a church, who knows, we could be getting another sacred tier. We might be getting double flask upgrades, potentially, to start a zone. Let's, before, I think I see America statue. Nope, nope. Oh, I see jars. I don't know why I said that I think I see America statue. Okay, we'll get to that. Let's first check out the wolves guarding a little bit of loot here. Did not mean to hit that guy. But it worked out. Some holy grease. Okay, cool. Got ourselves some holy grease for the first time. As in the other games, though, as in pretty much every other... I think including Bloodborne. Every other game so far has been one I have almost inevitably ended up using a weapon that you cannot combine with grease or fire paper. Or gold pine resin. It's just how I roll. Why are there a bunch of jars, though? A bunch of dead jars up at this church. When we've seen dead jars before, that usually means avatars. Are we in for an avatar fight? going on with this guy? It's one of the... You got some flowers growing out of you? Okay. What's going on with the... What are you doing? Did you just... Oh, he healed. I think he healed. He either healed or he sprouted... He bloomed. He sprouted some new blooms. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, fire is the answer against a... It feels like they've sprouted Miranda blooms. What's going on with that? This feels... Wow, this is almost like a minor Erdtree that's like a very baby, a sprouting in the process of turning into a minor Erdtree. But also it looks kind of illusory, like where we find the golden seeds. Minor Erdtree Church. And a Missionary's Cookbook 4. More faith-related loot. This is really cool. The art and the aesthetic in this game sometimes, it's just... Golden Order Seal. We found a new catalyst. Seal. Casting implement. Because it's not a... I thought at first it was a talisman. But I can see it goes in the ranged weapons / catalysts category. And I'm also seeing a whole bunch of golden centipedes. Let's get them. Did we just find... Well, let's see what we found. Let's see what we found. Oh, okay. Golden Order Seal. I see immediately that it scales with intellect or intelligence and faith. Okay, so just like we were talking about earlier, this kind of confirms, I think, what I was thinking. These spells that divide evenly between faith and intelligence, most of them are centered around the Golden Order, the fundamentalists, and now I think this confirms what I was thinking because I can see it says boosts fundamentalist incantations. So it's going to have an even greater effect when you're using those incantations in particular, but this is much more geared toward intel faith. A formless sacred seal depicting the ceremonial observation of order enhances Golden Order fundamentalist incantations. Fundamentalism is scholarship in all but name. Scales incantations using both intel and faith. Fundamentalism is scholarship in all but name. It's like the opposite of in name only. Okay. Not for us, at least at the moment. A very, once again, fantastic piece of artwork. Missionary's Cookbook 4, Holy Grease, and Hallegbone arrows. Okay. Hallegbone arrows. Let's actually check that in a moment. Just wanted to look at Holy Grease real quick before I forget, but nothing on the, no lore-related stuff, at least when we get the grease descriptions. So let's check out the item crafting to find the Hallegbone arrows. Okay, no notable lore on these as well. The tip is daubed with a golden tincture. Tincture. So many new words in Elden Ring. I feel like I have a pretty decent vocabulary, but this game continues to come up with words that I might have been able to guess what tincture means based on the, well, I can kind of tell from this context. But if it were in some other context, I'd be like, what the hell is tincture? All right, let's go ahead and get this beacon off the screen, and then we will rest here. And go ahead and talk to Melina. That's what I was maybe hoping for. I wasn't thinking of it because I still have this association where she only talks to us at sites of grace where you have the actual guidance of grace pointing you in the next direction. But that's not always the case. So let's talk to Melina.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Of course, tell me more.
In Marika's own words, I declare mine intent to search the depths of the Golden Order through understanding of the proper way. Our faith, our grace is increased. Those blissful early days of blind belief are long past. My comrades, why must ye falter?
Outer Order. Okay, lots of different versions of the, we'll check the gestures menu in a moment here. She really wanted to increase her, search the depths of the Order and increase her faith and understanding. No more blind belief. And there you have it. Okay. That one felt a little less insightful. There wasn't really, yeah, well, I'll think about that one. Just giving a little bit more flavor, though, to, I guess, the idea of searching high and low for grace. Okay, Melina, we're going to upgrade our flask as well. We have an additional flask we now can add to our reservoir. So lucky number 13 has been added. There we go. And that is where we will leave Melina for now as we move on. And I think what we will do is head back to the hold. Let's head back and do some upgrades, because now we have unlimited smithing stone 3 and 4. So I think that means we can just go ahead and upgrade this. The sword, our lightning greatsword, the rest of the way to get to
I took you for no man to lay out your own.
plus 12. No more worries about having too few of smithing stone level 4. Not going to keep going on that front because I want to get my seal. I want to upgrade the seal, right? I want to at least do one upgrade on the seal. At least one upgrade. And I think, we'll leave it there for now because we did see that it's a pretty minimal, it's a scaling to our, we obviously get a boost to our damage, but it's we'll wait a little while. I will continue to be just a tad bit indecisive. And but we did get at least a couple upgrades there for our armament. So let's head back to way up here, back to the Minor Erdtree Church, and continue our exploration of the capital. We're here. We're in the capital, and it is time to keep it going. Why are there so many broken jars at this particular church, though? Is this just part of the process of maybe this is the Minor Erdtrees. It could be that in order for them to be sprouted, part of the ritual is breaking some jars. We know that the jars, from what Alexander tells us, the jars are supposed to be vessels for fallen warriors, and that part of how he was, I don't know, healing himself after the Radon fight was picking up the remains of the soldiers that were there. This is a very sus open area leading to another guardian at the end of the road here. So there may be, wait a second, what just, oh, it looks like there's a gravestone that phased into existence as the draw distance was closed. Okay, so maybe it is just a guardian. Assuming no surprise, kitty cat springs to life. And 3 smoldering butterflies. Odd. Seemingly odd. But who knows, maybe the jars are the secret ingredient in sprouting new Erd trees or minor Erd trees. Ah, okay. I put this beacon here to mark this cave, but we are not able to. That is actually quite a ways down, but it looks like we could get there if we just head back around this way. So let's do that. I wasn't even sure that we were going to be able to get down into this area. I thought maybe that was just going to be a fall to your death. So let's see what we can find. And we'll try to pick up some foul feet in the process. Who am I in combat with? This dude. If only you knew better. If only you could have seen what happened to your friends who had sprouted flowers. That was another weird part of that whole encounter. What the heck? The heck was going on with that? I see a scarab down there, and I guess I see land squirts as well, and a turtle. Okay. We're heading down. Pretty sure we are heading down. Yeah, I do want to get up to the finger reader crone here eventually, but let's head down into this ravine, and we'll at least look to register if that is a cave, which I'm pretty certain that would be a cave down at the south. We'll at least register that site of grace, even if we don't take care of that cave this instant. All right, so this scarab here is... Oh, it goes over there. We'll wait for it to come back. It's been a long time since we've had to deal with land squirts. At least this size. I did not mean to aim at the turtle, but, you know, it'll... we were gonna aim at that turtle eventually. The turtle was not gonna escape. Ah, we're a little bit too far behind. A little bit too far behind. Can we head it off at the pass? Oh! I was only half confident that that would actually connect. Okay, we'll check out our new Ash of Warrior in a moment. Let's ride this Spirit Spring first, though. Because I love riding Spirit Springs. Because they very often give us incredible views. Oh my gosh. Love it. I also love it when the sky is this color. So good. Okay. Now we should be able to get back down, correct? Correct. Right? This is the mechanic. We get to ride back down to the bottom. All right, cool. Pick up some blood rose. Why would there be blood rose over here? Random. Crystal bud as well. Random. A little bit random. Let's check out our new Ash of War, shall we? Not that menu. The inventory menu to check out the Prayerful Strike, usable on axes and hammers. We just picked up a hammer. Maybe, now that we have unlimited smithing stones up to +4, we might be upgrading a giant crusher. It's a colossal weapon. Does that count as a hammer? Grants a sacred affinity and prayerful strike. Raise armament aloft in prayer, then slam it into the ground. This inspired blow restores HP to the self and nearby allies if it successfully hits. I'm assuming it also does... Oh, if it successfully hits. So if you hit the enemy, you restore HP? Yo. Okay, so it's only on axes and hammers. We would not be able to use it on our greatsword, so that's almost perfect. It's like tailor-made. We might even do that this episode. Attaching that to... Oh, I like that we take out the oozes with our holy sword. The fact that it only attaches to hammers really makes me curious to try it out on our new weapon that we picked up. All right, enough killing land squirts and slugs. Let's go down here and see if we can find a cave entrance. And at the very least, have this banked for later. Another set of tunnels, looks like. I think we found a set of tunnels. Not so secret tunnels. Where's my title card, though? I guess you got to go down the elevator to get... Wait a second. Is there a collapsible floor here somewhere? Or is there just a... Okay, I do not want to go into a collapsible floor just yet. We're gonna look at the sealed tunnel. Okay. I mean, it may not be a collapsible floor. Is it possible? We have to be able to get into this, right? We have to be able to get into this area. I just don't want to go walking over to that side of the room because it feels like a collapsible floor, and I'm just not ready at this moment to do another tunnel. So we're going to save that for later. We're going to head back out here, hop back on Torrent, and move on with our day. Get back to exploring. We'll pick up a Golden Rune 1. We probably have so many freaking... I have not done the math recently on how many runes we have in our stash, so I probably should be spending so many of them. But it's how I... every single game, I just end up with a massive stockpile of souls that I haven't used. Monument icon. Monument icon out in this area. What are we getting assistance from one of our... I guess we can try the puppets again. I see some fire slugs here. Surely they are not the main attraction. That we would need help from a set of ashes. Just some fire slugs. And a whole bunch of smoldering butterfly. What's the deal here? What is the dealio? Something that is on the staircase? I'm not seeing... No! No! What? What? Another one of you? Another one of you? Seriously? Okay. All right. I should have summoned their puppets. I used my pratfall. I used my golden slam, and that. He said no. He said no to that. My guard counter was denied. He pulled out the axe. Okay. We've gone from twin blade to axe. Another gargoyle. Motherfucker. My golden slam is not super effective against them. It could be that they are just like the black blade kindred. This guy might be... Oh, he's powered himself up. Oh, God. I'm gonna drink a flask like this, and we're actually gonna bring Ancient Knight Kristoff to the party. And we're gonna try Black Flame and see how that does. I know this is powering up my holy spells, but it at least gets me extra stamina. Gonna charge this one. The follow-up moves with this guy are getting me quite a bit. I'd love to give my dude Kristoff the trickle heal, if I can help it. Don't know if... I think he got it. I think he got it. I think we're good. Okay, I need to be careful not to just randomly die. I think fire is the best way to go, at least with my current setup. Did I actually block both of those? I think I did. Another annoying fucking gargoyle, though. As soon as I go to cast a Black Flame, he's on my ass. I'm out of juice. I'm out of juice. Let's use our last cerulean flask. Oh, we got him. Oh my God. Oy, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kristoff. I will definitely be glad for the help there. Taking down another stupid, gosh darn gargoyle. At least there wasn't two of them. We are recording. Audio is coming through. So we got to enjoy every single bit of that wonderful gargoyle encounter. And we now have a bronze great axe. Just like the wielder, the missing part's been mended with corpse wax, a patchwork of champions. And I did get a refill on my flasks. That's nice. Cool. That thing only netted like 3k runes. What a headache. I guess that's a cool axe though. I don't know. Should we try it? Should we try the stupid gargoyle's great axe and see what it's like? We can try it out here. Just give it a quick little whirl. See what we're dealing with here. Warcry. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm real mad. Man, it's it's so much smaller in our hands. That's what she said. Okay, let's keep this going. Let's get back to our greatsword and keep moving. What else on our map here? We'll check the sides of the stairs. I don't see anything particularly noteworthy just from the map. You never know. Might be an arteria leaf. which we totally use those all the time. Might be something else. Like a Mikola's Lily or nascent butterflies. There you go. There usually is at least some little tidbit that they reward you with for poking the corner. Otherwise, the main attraction, Valiant Gargoyle number, I guess technically it feels like the fourth gargoyle we fought, but technically speaking, we fought a Black Blade Kindred. So, still a gargoyle, but not a Valiant one. Another golden seed. All right. One of, I actually didn't check. Wait a second. There's of course more than one, isn't there? Because this is actually a bigger sapling. Okay, so we actually have 2 of 5. I didn't check to see what the next number is. But we got 2 toward our next flask. Good, good, good. And we, of course, have been up here previously for just a little bit. The outer wall. The outer wall, I just looked at the name of this thing. Battleground. And if we were to continue up this road, we would get to a minor Erdtree, which we will probably do in a moment. First, though, we're going to head up toward... We're going to head this way. Oh, I thought there was a single enemy up here at first, but now it's... I can see it's just a bunch of hollowed out nobles and aristocrats looking at a closed door. Unable to get in. That guy had a sword. That guy had a sword just like the hollow that we saw the other day. After surprise kitty cat attack, I'm very on guard now when attacking these hollows, and I thought that the tell was that extra cool looking sword, but maybe not so much. Ah, there is that scarab. We'll get to that guy in a moment. Let us in. Let us in. Wait, why did this one guy decide to get up and come after us? What? And why is he allowed to knock us out of our magic spell just because no. Can I please pull out my sword? What is going on here? You're not allowed to blow your horn. Only I am allowed to actually, never mind. Not gonna finish that thought. Moving right along. Nope, nope. No, you decided to plead for mercy too late. You missed the boat on that one. Lost Ashes of War. Okay. All right. This is a dead end. It is as it appeared on the map, a dead end. Now, apparently, I went right by the finger reader crone. I just remembered. Oh yeah, there's a finger reader crone on our map. Lost Ashes of War. So funny now. Thinking about... There's a troll over there. Thinking about what we used to think of the Ashes of War system. In general. Not just the Lost Ashes of War. How silly we look in retrospect. Let's see if we can get this scarab. I would like to do this guy. Aha! One shot. Let's go. Oh, Ash of War Golden Parry? Perform an Erd Tree incantation and swing the shield to deflect enemy attacks and break their stance. I think, isn't that the normal parry? Effective even at a slight distance. So it gives you like an extended parry range. Is that what it's doing? We haven't been doing parries at all. I think I experimented with parries a little bit off camera on a fresh file, and I was getting some parries, but also it just feels like they're so not necessary. But that doesn't mean they can't be fun. Who knows? Who knows? Golden parries. Certainly an option. Can we try and find this finger reader crone though? You were standing right here. Okay. I missed you. I just missed you. It's a good thing you're on the map, because otherwise I might have missed you altogether.
Please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. The fingers I served once prophesied a tarnished would one day become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Surely you see it too. The gold that enshrouds the heavens. The great tree which begets the pillars of light. Oh, tarnished, hasten to the foot of the tree. And whatever you might face, the fingers will surely guide you.
Yeah, it's a little hard to miss. If you're talking about the Erd Tree, yes, I have seen it almost, I think, maybe literally every single episode. I guess maybe if you're in the underground, you don't see the Erd Tree. But the Erd Tree is, yes, hard to miss. She also mentioned that the fingers that she used to served as in the past tense. So, which suggests that it maybe ties in with what we learned last time about Ronnie and how Ronnie has been... It sounds like Ronnie has been going after and killing the various Two Fingers. And so I wonder, is it possible that these finger reader crones are supposed to be... Are they similar to the finger reader that's back at the round table hold, except their finger reader is dead? Maybe even killed by Ronnie? Surprised no skeletons have popped up. Was half expecting there to be some skeletons that would pop up here in what looks like a graveyard, but just some dragonflies, huh? There is a item on top of that gravestone. Let's see if we can get that. And another monument icon. Okay. Maybe just an encampment where they want us to have the ability to summon. Old Fang. So this time, I think we'll try the Night Maidens again. And we'll play the role of Ancient Knight Kristoff. Oh, it's a bat lady. It's a bat lady. Okay. I need a drink. I need a drink if I'm gonna do the hole and bolt stuff. I kind of miss the singing. When are they gonna hit us with the really cool singing bat ladies again? Was that it? It was just that one batch of bats, huh? Golden Rune 9, Golden Rune 10. Yeah, I think these are massive arrows or ballista, giant ballista bolts. Where were they fired from is the question. I suppose it would make sense if they were fired from somewhere within the capital to the force or forces that were assaulting the capital. Might be another good reason to go back to the story trailer, because all of a sudden I'm remembering there was that scene from the story trailer. Oh, there's another one of you. There was a scene from the story trailer that showed a whole big old army that I think might have been marching on the capital. Now, in retrospect, yo, I think this was actually the scene from the story trailer, wasn't it? Holy shit, it's right here. It is right. We've been down here. This is where we just were. We went up to the door there. That no longer opens, but from this angle, we can see this artwork, which I, at first, you know, way back then when I didn't know anything hardly, still don't really know much probably, but I thought this was Castle Stormvale. Clearly that is not the case now in retrospect. I think this is what we saw in the story trailer. Cool. So what I don't remember though, I don't remember if we know. I don't think we know what forces were assaulting the capital. Maybe we do, and I've just forgotten. We're gonna take on a troll though. We are going to take on a troll. And wow, that broke your stance so quick. Thank you for giving me time to get around and get the riposte. Appreciative of that. Nope. Damn it. Oh, that did a lot of damage. More damage than I was expecting. The golden slam does feel like the magma guillotine in a lot of cases. Like it kind of has this ability maybe to duck under or leap over some attacks. All right. Oh, the sorcery guys are the most annoying ones. Get out of here. Ooh, Arteria Leaf ×3. Oh, wait a second. No, I can target him. I thought for just a moment that maybe our vendor, our gatekeeper, Gostic, did I remember his name?
Smoldering with that wretched flame of ambition.
Oh my god. It is fucking... It is holy fucking shit. This motherfucker. Margit. No, I need my item. I need my item. This is the moment. This is the moment. Hold on, dude. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna find this item. Margit's Jackal. It's time. The time has arrived to use. If I can actually navigate to the right. Shit. I just need the opening. I just need a goddamn opening. Unfortunately, it's Margit. And he doesn't give openings. That was an opening, but I decided to drink. I am choosing all the wrong moments here. Yo, okay. Margit is back. Do not phase out on me, you motherfucker. Do not even think about it. Yes! Yes! Okay, that doesn't last too long. I don't know how many times we can go to the well on that. Okay. Yeah, it has a very, very momentary effect. I tried to go for a charge attack there. Okay, well, turns out Margit is just as hard as he was the first time. I apparently haven't learned my lesson. See, we were kind of too short there, weren't we? Margit the Fell Omen. Holy fucking shit. Yeah. The Golden Slam doesn't seem super effective. Oh, he's going into his... He's going into the 50% mode here. Why are you here? Why were you disguised as a commoner? Didn't work. It didn't work. Okay. The Margit's Shackle only has so much usefulness to it. I feel like we're just dealing so little damage against you. Is it? You're holy, aren't you? You're holy. Okay, so we need to switch to Black Flame. Oop, don't get trapped. Don't get trapped in a hole. Maybe use that hole to your advantage. Maybe he will path somewhat awkwardly. Yeah, here we go. Let's cheese. Margit, you have put us through so much pain and suffering. I do not think I am going to lose any sleep by applying just a little bit of cheese to your ass. That's the only... Why are you... It's not... Oh my god. Okay. All right. Was he possessing this guy? Was he inhabiting, taking control of this hapless commoner? Margit. And we get a Viridian Amber Medallion +1. I'm guessing that the text here is going to be very similar to the others. Yep. Age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. The Erdtree's old sap becomes amber. Margit fucking the Fell Omen. We got to use Margit's Shackle. I'm glad I bought that. I don't think it, like, completely tilted the odds in our favor. We would have had a very similar outcome, I think, without it. But what a surprise. What a surprise. Here on the battlefield. Gosh, what did he say? Once again, I don't absorb things. In the heat of the moment, when I am stunned and shocked and getting ready for a battle, and in the middle of a battle, absorbing dialogue from characters, forget about it. Margit the Fell Omen. I will take a moment and review that dialogue, actually. Let me see. Okay, he said, I see thee, little tarnished. Who are you calling little, first of all? Smoldering with that wretched flame of ambition. Nothing incredibly enlightening At least from what I can tell. Nothing super noteworthy from that dialogue, but the reemergence of Margit is quite a surprise, but maybe I shouldn't be too surprised as I'm thinking about it now. As I am thinking about it... Wow, I actually hit none of them. We had the... Oh, I was hoping to get some... Maybe killing you will get me a flask refill. Please. I need a flask refill. Why did you only give me... Why did you only give me a healing flask? Okay. Alrighty. Well, we need to get some... We need to get some... There's a golden rune 12 here. Was that guy carrying a treasure chest and I didn't notice it? Okay. That dude had a golden rune 12. That's cool. The presence of Margit, the reemergence of Margit. It's probably not too surprising that... oh god, I'm not gonna be able to get the critical here. God damn it, why did... They had to position this troll so he's like... Not facing me. Face me, you coward. He's like, who are you calling a coward? No, please do not knock me off the edge. Oh, shit. Okay. The presence of Margit, I do believe we saw him. I think we saw him in the story trailer. We see him in a an area with a whole bunch of chairs gathered round, and it felt like it could be within the Erd tree. That was the sense that I got, just because it looked like there was tree bark surrounding. So the presence of Margit here, maybe it's not too shocking. We maybe should have known that he was not going to be leaving us forever. Probably like Ronnie is not leaving us forever. Anything else that I can... Anything else noteworthy on... It's interesting that we were so close. We were so close to stumbling into Margit not that long ago when we picked up that checkpoint. It makes me excited, though. It makes me very excited to continue exploring here because this is... We've kind of known that coming back to Altus... or getting to Altus Plateau in its entirety and the Royal Capital is going to be... There's going to be so much to discover. Trying to make sure that we don't miss anything in these, any substantial item pickups in these areas around the battleground. So far, just some miscellaneous mushrooms and golden runes. And a Margit. So it looks like we are heading... We're going to head in this direction. Or we can head up. There might be two ways to go. We could maybe go through here first and check what's back up in this direction. And then slowly get closer to the minor Erd tree. We could be... I see some gravestones. Some gravestones that have a hole in them. Have we seen that type of gravestone before? Isn't that a very bloodborne gravestone? But I do see skeletons. Skellies are here. We have a holy sword, though. We have a holy sword. But I'm not sure that holy sword... It doesn't quite have the effect of stamping these guys out permanently. So holy water pots, we're going to want to craft some more of. Just do the max and be ready for as many skeletons as we run into. Ooh, this guy looks... Never mind. Thought he might be stronger than the rest. Not so much. Maybe he had more health, but still no match for the holy water pots. They get the job done. Those who live in death do not stand a chance. Smithy Stone 5. Let's go. There's actually a site of grace up here. Oh, and I think what I'm seeing, I'm seeing a shack. There is a shack up here. And we are full once again on flasks, which is not the craziest achievement considering that there's a site of grace right here. And I see a merchant. Okay. We got a merchant's shack, maybe an isolated merchant's shack. Hermit. Hermit merchant's shack. Hermit the merchant here.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Have we met a hermit merchant before? Probably. Some rune arcs, that's good. And some intel about below the capital. All right. Lay it on me. And then I guess we have the, okay, we've got Prophet's gear, as well as Consort's trousers and upper class robe. Embroidered bright green robe worn by noble children. Donning such a robe is traditionally the child's first show of burgeoning independence. Fine white trousers perfectly suited for wearing beneath a silk robe. Well, we have the ring that makes us a consort. Maybe we should get the trousers. Just complete the outfit. I think this is the starter gear for the cleric. Or prophet, sorry. Blindfold of exiled prophets who foretold misfortune and were persecuted and driven from their homes as a result. Why hesitate if the path leading to the future is clear? Just close your eyes and walk. Forehead. The shackles around the neck warn passersby not to lend an ear to their sermons. Okay. That is interesting. We have wondered why they have that thing around their neck. That's not by their own choosing. This is a brand of sorts to say, do not listen. They've been labeled. They've had the label applied to their potential misinformation here. Made from rough fabric that scrapes against the skin like a sharpening file. It's a rough life being a prophet. Distinguished great shield. This is actually a great shield, huh? The stats look pretty decent, actually. I think for the low price of 5,500, we might as well just add that to the list. Do we need that? Probably our shields that we have are already better. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. A sentry's torch. Torch given to protectors of the Erd Tree. Its flames are bestowed with a special incantation which allows the bearer to see assassins cloaked in veils. Furnished on behalf of the Erd Tree and the grace-given Lord, such that a Knight of Black Knives will never come again. Oh, shit. This was in response to the Knight of the Black Knives. We are definitely buying that. They fashioned this torch so that they could see the unseen assassins coming. So that I guess that means that the assassins that came after Godwyn, he literally did not see them coming because they were invisible. That's what it sounds like. Golden great arrows. Love the artwork on the golden items. I also see a perfume bottle up here. So let's grab that. Excellent. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I want to try this torch. The question is, where do we need to be looking? It weighs 5, by the way. That's an unfortunate downside. If I'm just going to be running around with that thing, it does mean that I'm going to have to lighten my gear otherwise to account for that, which is unfortunate. I really don't want to be wearing some ugly-ass greaves. The Carian Night Greaves at least have like some... They look fancier. These things just look like dog shit. So I guess the Carian Night Greaves it is. We could do the Royal Remains Greaves. The stats, if they're actually comparable, they do have quite a bit lower elemental resistance. And as I think I mentioned this, I tested this trickle heal. When does this actually kick in? It's like at 20% health or something. You're so low that you do not want to be relying on a trickle heal at that point. That's not where I want to be getting value. I don't want to be at 15 or 20% health and saying, oh, I'm going to get my trickle heal. That's going to save me. As much of a fan of the trickle heals as I am, even I will admit that that is not the ideal situation for said item. Now, this torch, though, this torch, on the other hand, this is going to be the big question, is where do we look? It would seem rather silly for us to find an unseen assassin just hanging out behind a hermit merchant's shack. So, not here is the first part of that answer. But where? If not here, where do we look for the unseen assassins? I guess we're just gonna have to play it by ear. See how things go. Where was that other skeleton? Here you are. That is what in the hell? What in the hell? That thing has a skull on its back. And it is made of bones? It is a... Okay, I was basically expecting that thing to, like, turn into a Deathbird. That's kind of how it felt like. Oh, a sliver of health, though. I was half expecting that thing to turn into a Deathbird. It is late night still. So if there were a Deathbird to be found... We can see the dragon from here. So cool. I want to say that we can see this building that had the fog gate. I think that's the building there. Could probably tell by looking at our map. This guy right here. I think it is. I think that's the one. We need to get there. There's an item stashed over here that I see. Golden Rune 5. Okay. I love how the bones on this one. That's my telescope, not my holy water pots. I love how the bone just kind of elevated, loaded up into the air to form that skeleton. All right. So we found a cool torch. Not super helpful against the death snails. Casting their, I don't know if that's, is that Rancor Call? Yo, there is a fucking Deathbird. Oh my god. I mean, we have holy water pots though. Oh my god, actual death. Actual death. How has a Deathbird never hit us before with actual death move? Have we really just been that lucky? I think maybe we've just been that lucky. Give me my shield, please. All right. Fortunately, we have the ultimate answer for Deathbirds. Ah, okay. Apparently, I'm not getting a gold pickle Foulfoot because I misclicked there. It's fine. 29k. Dang, that would have been a nice little boost. Oh well. Oh well. We missed our bonus runes, but it's fine. Let's drink. We get a twin bird kite shield. You say? All right. That was not nearly as challenging as, say, a Death Right Bird. The Death Right Bird. I'm assuming there's going to be more Death Right Birds. We forgot to read our intel. I totally bought that note of intelligence. The piece of intel on that informational note, and I didn't read it, but we will do that now. Shield, for after we read about the Twin Bird Kite Shield, that is. Cool artwork. Shield featuring a vividly painted twin bird. The twin bird is said to be the envoy of an outer god and mother of the Deathbirds. At dwindling levels of HP, this shield slightly boosts both attack and defense. Just like the talismans that we got earlier from Deathbirds. Interesting shield. What about this note? Below the capital. Below the royal capital of Leyndell is a vast network of sewers. The well in the city below reaches deep into its tunnels. I wonder if this is just a clue, or it's kind of hinting at the fact that the way that we're going to get into the capital is actually not via some door. There's not going to be a gate or a drawbridge or something that we pass through like you would normally enter a capital city, that we're actually going to have to come up through the sewers in order to make our entrance. It feels like where they're going with this. Ooh, I just realized that we might be getting a tier to our cerulean flask, or sorry, flask of wondrous physic. A winged crystal tear. There might also be an avatar fight as well. We might be getting like multiple crystal tears here. But let's check the one that we just picked up. Temporarily reduces equip load. Oh. Temporarily reduces equip load. So for a very brief time, you would really be able to stock up on the heaviest shit you can wear. Interesting effect. Is that worth a wondrous physics slot? Is it? Yo, you're not supposed to drop down and dodge my holy pot right when I'm throwing it. Not allowed. Frickin' skeletons. Yo, I thought you were running in my direction. These skeletons don't know how to play. They don't know how to play nice. They're just skeletons, though. We got the answer to the skellies, so it's all good. just my minor annoyance is all that is troubling us so far. What have we missed, if anything? Check over on this side. Is an item over here, and of course more skellies. That guy, I could see he had the golden rune eyes. Give me those extra runes. And give me a golden rune too. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a greatsword memorial. Okay, I am glad we came back in this direction. I would have hated to miss that. That's a very easily missable one as well. A Mikola's Lily next to a greatsword memorial. What do we have? The second defense of Leyndell. The fell omen stacks high the corpses of heroes, yet the Erd Tree remains unshaken. We just cross paths once again with the fell omen. Stacks high the corpses of heroes, yet the Erd Tree remains unshaken. Does that mean that the fell omen was coming for the Erd Tree? That the fell omen is not... Margit is not in line with... It's quickly not in line with the Erd Tree. If we quickly review Margit's dialogue, which I was kind of looking at during the break. Foul tarnished in search of the Elden Ring, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell. Doesn't... Yeah, I guess he's trying to prevent us from becoming Elden Lord, or finding the Elden Ring, or putting together the Elden Ring. Don't know, it's still unclear exactly what our mission is here. What about the Great Sword memorials? Did we not? We had one that talked about the first defense of Leyndell, didn't we? The one that was near the Second Church of America. The first defense of Leyndell, a sovereign alliance rots from within, traces yet remain of bloody conspiracy. The vague wording on these does not reveal too much. Par for the course. Par for the course with Miyazaki. Okay. Let's head toward... Let's head in the direction of the minor Erd Tree. Get on the road here and head down. Oh, I see a Stake of America. And that would suggest that we are getting another Avatar fight. What? What was that? Oh. I see now. It's a Guardian Golem. Okay. So we've got that to oh, there's multiple of them. So we've got that to contend with on our way toward the capital up here. And we may also, in addition, have a Erd Tree Avatar. Let's check around in this direction first. I noticed that there was another... Oh, I'm actually lower than I thought I was. Well, before we do that, I wanted to head up to this level. This part of the... Just to see what might be around here. If anything, other than some wolves. Nada? A tarnished golden sunflower. Woo! Okay. You gotta poke the corners. And sometimes, every so often, those corners yield very little. any spirit springs to get us down to the bottom. Oh, I see some sort of a cooking pot down there. A merchant, perhaps? We don't really need a spirit spring, though, when there is a ramp that I can see leads down. Okay, so there's a lower area to explore. We have the archers continually farming hollows. And then we have what may be an Erdtree avatar. If I can find my way through the forest here to get to the actual minor Erdtree. Let's put the beacon on the map because I'm actually having a little trouble locating this thing right now. Wait a minute. Wait a second. No, it's right here. Oh. Is it dead? So the minor Erdtree. This is very confusing. This is confusing. Because I feel like I'm looking at a giant tree that's here. But the map seems to suggest that the Erdtree is over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is the minor Erdtree. Why is the map fucked up? Why is the map fucked up like this? Has it always been this way? Do the minor Erdtrees... I don't think it's always been like this. What's the deal? Now, what is a little bit different is the fact that we have an omen this time, surrounded by a bunch of friends. Is this going to be a boss? It looks like he has the glowing eyes. I feel like this is not going to be a boss, so I'm probably going to be bringing... We'll probably summon the Swordstress and the Night Maiden. Assuming I don't get a boss bar. Okay. Oh, are you... You're spewing death at me, motherfucker. How is that allowed? How in the world is that allowed? Oh boy, that was a good move. That worked. I love how my Night Maiden knocked you down. Just straight up knocked your ass over. Okay. Alrighty. Wait, did one of them disappear but not the other? Taking her time. She wanted to do the RP walk before fading out of existence. Fair enough. Minor Erdtree. And another tier. No, 2 tiers. Excuse me. What is this name? A Twiggy cracked tier and a Crimson crystal tier. What the fuck? Restores half of total HP in mixed physic. Don't we have this already? Are you saying we can do... Oh. You can get a second one. You can stack them together. And then you get a full drink no matter what. Ooh. Is that worth compared to boosting your damage or some other side effect? Depends on what the Twiggy Crack tier does, maybe. The resulting concoction... Oh, I see. The resulting concoction prevents one's runes from being lost upon death. I saw the word death as I was kind of parsing ahead. And I thought, oh, this makes us immune to death. As in, like, the status effect. Not so much. It's a sacrificial twig effect. Okay. Okay. We're getting some, you know, less than amazing. Not every single crystal tier can be, like, super amazing, I suppose. You gotta have some subpar boons to balance out. To balance things out, if every single one of them was OP as hell, that would be a little boring, right? I don't know. I am not a professional Wondrous Flask tier designer, so my expertise on this subject matter is limited. But right now, we're just fleshing out or filling up our golden sunflower stash so we can eventually craft a whole bunch of the powered up holy pots, among other things. Once we need it, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a couple of those around for when we have to deal with a more powered up version of the Deathbird. All right, Guardian Golems. I really would like to deal with the archers first. Feels like the smarter way to handle this situation. They don't have too much damage, and either that or they take a lot of bonus damage to holy. That could be the case. Either they're very weak in general, or they're particularly weak to holy. Either way, that's a nice start. I'll take that as we continue to circle around to... God damn it. Thank you for taking the hit, Torrent. Appreciate that. It does seem like the stance damage that is inflicted by this Golden Slam feels to be... No, why are you... It does feel like the stance damage is quite a bit higher than similar moves. All right, the archers are dealt with, and then we have this one other guy I guess we'll take out, since you all are pretty weak. Oh, maybe not. This guy, this guy's stronger, isn't he? Okay, all right, might have a fight on our hands here. Could have a fight on our hands. Doesn't seem to be particularly weak to lightning. And try a black flame. Better. Much better. Oh boy. Let's go. Black flame it is. Wish I could aim at your dome. Wish I could aim at your noggin. Those archers were so much weaker. Oh, at the same time, that critical damage. That critical damage. One more. All right. Okay, guarding golems are out of here. At least for now, they may respawn. Could totally see them being a respawnable version. Smithing Stone 5s. I was complaining earlier. Complain and ye shall receive. Complain that worrying about Smithing Stone 5s being not available enough, and sure enough, the game has intervened. We'll check down here before we head up to the bridge. There is a... Oh, gosh. There is a stake. There is a stake of America. Okay. All right. There is a stake of America. So we might actually be in for a fight. I am noticing there's also a path this way. Oh, and there's something back here. Okay, let's go this way first. There might be a site of grace. Possibly. Could be. I see a bear. There is at least a bear. Oh, and there's a... There's a smithing stone statue, which suggests that somebody needs to break it open for us. Who is that going to be? We still have the Stake of America. Is the fight this way? Or what is going on here? There's a spirit spring as well. Okay, I'd like to... I have a fair bit of runes, and if I could help it, I would like to not go into a boss fight just yet. Let's instead ride this spirit spring and see if we can find a site of grace. Because maybe it makes more sense just to go up to this bridge. Because maybe there's a site of grace up here. Or maybe the Stake America applies to... Because I still see it, the icon, under my stamina bar. There might be a fight in this direction. Could be a fight at any turn. And of course we get a monument icon. Shit. Oh, there's actually a fog gate. Oh my god, and there is a... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh dear. Tree Sentinel, what have you done? Good lord, that is such... Everything about this version, if it's a Tree Sentinel, sure looks like a very souped up version of Tree Sentinel. Everything about that is so fucking cool looking. I do not want to fight you at the moment though. Wow. Okay. I also see over here. I see who I now understand to be Rosas. I think I probably should have gotten the clue a long time ago. No, that didn't hit any of you? Come on. And of course, then I hit the bird that goes flying off the edge. Oh my god. Why? That's not the examine button. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. All right, Rosas is pointing us down to the bottom. Looks like there is a catacombs down there to be had. Oh, and I just realized what this building is. This is a sainted hero's, well, sainted. It's a hero's grave. Okay. All right, we've got a catacombs down here. We got a hero's grave. We got a tree sentinel. Pick your poison. The game says, hey, I'm ready for you. Whenever you wanna jump into the heat of the heated battle, the thick of things. Looking over in this direction. Is this our snowy region? Sure looks like it. That is to the east, huh? Huh. We really don't have any good clues yet as to what is in that direction. I suppose we can see the hint of a road that leads there to the snowy lands. Interesting. Had to kill at least one bird and get its loot just to make myself feel better. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about how exactly we want to die. That's what we need to figure out here. What I think I'm going to do first is head for that. It feels like now, surveying all these different options, actually the best, potentially safest option was the one that was down at the bottom of this area here. That could be death. Let's not jump that way. There was a campfire, I think, or a cooking pot or something that I saw when I was standing way up above, and it made me think that there was probably a merchant over here. No, it's not a merchant. I think I just all of a sudden recognized the Blackguard. That's what it looks like. I think that's who I see. Hello, hello, hello. Yup. Unless there's multiple of you that happen to be wearing this exact same mask, but I think I know who we found.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab. Cooked up fresh.
So this time, he has not just boiled prawn, but boiled crab. Should we stock up on this before he moves on? We'll talk to him first here. But I would love it if he would just stay put somewhere so I could just come back and buy this stuff whenever I want. We should probably stock up, though. Get a few more of these. And get the crab as well. Stock up on some prawn and some crab. We can read the description as well. Looks like it's probably about the same. Well, the bottom's a little different. Unlike the prawn sold, this truly is crab. Not that it matters, it's delicious all the same. Okay, you should probably know what exactly?
Mate, there's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. Has it out for everyone. Curses them. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me.
Lo and behold, we were just wondering about Dung Eater. Ask and ye shall receive, I guess, is the name of this episode. What more do you know about Dung Eater?
He's a killer. Kills people. And curses the souls. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't ever been more scared neither. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that. To my friend.
I see. You've seen some shit. You've seen the Dung Eater doing some shit. Haha. He seemed like such a well-balanced and stable individual to me. I would never have guessed that the Dung Eater would be capable of... He does seem like a bit standoffish, but I don't know that I would have thought of him as quite as sadistic as what is being described by the Blackguard. Okay. All right.
Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
I'm okay with that. If you just want to hang out here, this seems like such a great little... Oh, I see. I don't think he had crabs in his pot before, did he? If he did, I do not remember it. Okay. All right, the crabs are being taken care of here. The crab pond. And the Blackguard is reaping the benefits. Okay. Some blood rose. Okay, so good find. Now, we'll see if the Blackguard stays put, and we'll see. I guess we're not finding a site of grace. We're gonna have to settle for this Stake of America. So, oh, actually though, we know there is both a catacombs and a hero's grave. So maybe that will have to be our site of grace that is a little bit more convenient here. Because that's really what I want to do. I'd like to level up and then potentially take on a tree sentinel. I'm gonna actually try to avoid this bear for the moment. There's actually, it looks like 2 bears. I don't want to tussle with them just yet. What I would like to do is see if I can get into a hero's grave and grab a Site of Grace. That's the first order of business here. We'll do the same thing with the Catacombs. Just bank Sites of Grace. There's that wonderful, lovely theme, which will always forever be linked to the oh god, I'm blanking on the name. I am blanking on the name. It made such an impression on me. This is the Oriza Hero's Grave? What am I am thinking of I need to remind myself. The Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. How could I possibly forget the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave? Goddamn. We need 1,200 runes. This music is forever going to be linked to the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave for me. Even though it seems like it is just a Hero's Grave theme that just repeats itself. Did I do the right amount of runes? I think I did. Okay. Faith. Keep it going with faith. Keep it going until we get to 40. And we head back to the surface. Saving the Oriza Hero's Grave for another day. Got several spots to visit. We got a tunnel, a Hero's Grave, and soon a Catacombs. A Catacombs to go through. Are these bears really strong enough to break? Now that I've gotten rid of my runes, is this bear really strong enough to break this thing? It doesn't. I don't think this is big enough to break this. This guy's too small. No. And I'm not sure that I can just break it. Do I have something that can just break it? I feel like this is one of those things I have to get like a troll or a dragon or somebody to take out for me. So who's gonna be the willing and able participant in this endeavor? I wonder. Oh, wait a second. I found him. He's right here. It's a rune bear. It's a rune bear. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yes. Yes. Do you see me? Oh, yes, he sees me. He sees me. Sorry, Torrent. Sorry, Torrent. Oh my god, I'm gonna get stuck on the trees. That's what I get for using camera lock. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Two Smithing Stone 6, I'll take it. I don't have my torch equipped, do I? Not the beast torch, at least. It might be better to do the Golden Slam, I don't know. No, the rune bears are like affiliated. They've got like a holy resistance, don't they? Oh my god, I'm gonna die to freaking rune bear. If I'm not careful. Getting my stance broken over here. Don't really want to be fighting this guy, if I'm being honest. I kind of just want to go in and bank them. The Catacombs. But we're being presented with a challenge. I guess we must meet it. He really took a chomp out of that shield, didn't he? Like he was kind of sounded like he was kind of snacking on it there. Getting the flavor for the icon shield. I need stamina. I need stamina. All right. Rune Bear down. They're still a bit of a handful. But we know their moves. We know what to do now. And we're much stronger. Okay, the Ariza side tomb. Ariza. Who dat be? Ariza. We are going to... We're gonna... I say we're gonna rest. Are we gonna rest? We're gonna rest, aren't we? Or we're going to... Because the thing is... Oh, right, there's a spirit spring. Yeah, I want to rest because I want full abilities. Okay, if we're facing an Erdtree Guardian, what's going to be the best against this? Not holy. So I think we're gonna switch away from the scaled sword, and we're gonna go with the either magma guillotine or that's what we should do. It's either going to be magma guillotine or it's going to be the Queen's Black Flame. I kind of want it to be the Queen's Black Flame. What we're going to do is we're going to head back to the hold and quickly level up the the Godslayer Greatsword. Because I want to have that option going up against what appears to be a tree sentinel. It's a very funky looking tree sentinel. It looks like it's, I don't even know. We need to take another look. It's definitely not like your grandma's tree sentinel, but we should be able to get this to a +7 now and not feel like we are wasting any precious resources prematurely.
Well, I took you
and of course we had the Blackguard is telling us about Dung Eater, so we should go talk to Dung Eater. Dang, I need more. I need to sell a little bit more here. Hold on. Need to sell a few bit of runes to strengthen that sword up to a +7. There we go. Okay, we're gonna hold off on +8, even though we have that option. That level we will think about, and we'll run over here and talk to Dung Eater. Does he care at all about what the Blackguard told us? Is he going to confirm or deny, or is he just gonna pretend like it never even happened? Let's find out.
I asked you not to disturb me. Be thankful of that. It is all the key.
Okay, all right. There's some people, or at least there's one person out there talking some serious shit, my dude. You sure you don't want to know about that? Take that beacon off, and let's head back to the Ariza side tomb and run around to the Spirit Spring. Because I want to fight. I want to fight with... Oh! And I also want to respec my flask of Wondrous Physic so that we have fire. Fire and... Do we stick with stamina? I think so. There's some other ones potentially to try. Purifies the Lord of Blood's curse. Does this have a different effect now that I have bloodshot eyes? Let's just drink real quick to see. Is there anything noticeably different? Bye. As far as I can tell, this looks exactly the same as it did before. And I don't know what that is supposed to do yet. I like the sound of our bloody bubble shattering, which is what I presume was happening, even though we couldn't see it. It's interesting, though. We now have 2 Crimson Crystal Tears. You could literally just spec in the ultimate divine blessing in terms of HP heal. Fascinating. Temporarily boosts all damage negation. If we're facing off against Holy and... Is it all damage negation altogether? All forms, not just non-physical. Okay, we'll try this. We'll see exactly how much that reduces things. Against if it is a tree sentinel or similar, then multiple affinities of damage could be in play. Physical and holy. Or who knows what else. We're gonna find out. In just a moment. Oh, I cannot go. I cannot go directly up to that bridge. That spirit spring ain't that strong. But we're pretty close. And now we will have a stake of America to bring us back if things go sour against... Who exactly are we facing here? You look so fucking badass. A Draconic Tree Sentinel. This dude's gonna have lightning. I know it now. I know it now. There's gonna be lightning involved. I love it. We deal so much damage, though. Holy shit. That's good. That's good. Oh, fire. Of course there's fire. Why wouldn't there be fire? If we're dealing with Draconic, there's probably gonna be lightning and there's probably gonna be fire. I don't know. We'll see. What I need to do is find a opening to cast this. Holy shit, you deal so much damage. We deal reasonable damage against you. But we need time to cast our... No, you... I would have guessed that I had dodged through that. There's the lightning. There it is. It has arrived. The lightning has arrived. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's terrible. I cannot block that, I don't think. Holy fucking shit. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. We need to figure out something against that Hone Bolt. Because that move is kind of devastating us right now. Just gotta dodge. No! Last flask. Let's go. That's not the... I wanted to do a gold pick. Oh, fuck. Torrent, I love you. But I meant to do gold pickled Foulfoot. There goes 20k runes or whatever. But, okay. That dude was whooping on us a little bit. Who knows how much damage we would have been taking if we had not applied this... What was it called? The Opaline Hard Tier. Okay. Draconic Tree Sentinel is out of here for now. And we have a Dragon Claw Shield and a Dragon Great Claw. I'm a little sad about not getting my bonus runes. Feels bad, man. A Great Shield. Said to have been whittled from the claw of a great ancient dragon. Look at the... Actually, there are claws. Wielded by grotesque tree sentinels who yet serve the Erd Tree. Imbued with lightning. It has a shield bash, which suggests that maybe you can switch out that for other Ashes of War, potentially. But it has a lightning damage component. And it really is good against lightning damage negation. I kind of want to take a look at it. The stats are actually, compared to what we have now, better in every regard except for Holy. But, of course, we lose our Trickle Heal. But, I mean, gosh. That's a very, very cool sword. Sword, shield. Super cool shield. If we're not going to get the Trickle Heal from the shield, we got to get it other ways. I'm kind of in love with the icon shield, but I like having as many options as possible. It's good stuff. The other thing that we picked up is the Dragon Great Claw, which is another colossal weapon, which we can wield because we're going strength. And it does deal lightning damage in addition to physical. The claw is enwreathed with lightning and tears through the dragon's feeble descendants with ease. Feeble descendants. Let's try this one. Trying things out. It would be in colossal weapons. Colossal weapons. Right here. Let's just try on the full role play for size. Just a regular old endure. Okay. Nothing crazy different in terms of a moveset so far. All right, all right. We get the idea. A Draconic Tree Sentinel. That was very cool. That was super cool. I'm glad we got the win first try, but also I wouldn't mind fighting those guys again because that was a lot of fun. They seem like they could be a nice... We're high enough level where they're... That guy at least was not an insane challenge. Runarg helps as well. And I do see a side of grace as we are now making our way into the capital. Or close to making our way into the capital. Unless we are up against a locked door. No talk to Melina. It's not a door. We can actually go in. Elevator. Anxiously awaiting a title card here. Magic grease. I'm just on such pins and needles, waiting for something very dramatic to happen. Like that. I'm getting such goosebumps right now. Because holy shit, we are here. There is, similar to Castle Stormvale, a massive divot that has been taken out of this particular wall. Potentially by a dragon. But we are facing the Erd Tree from an angle that we have not yet. We've seen it from so many places in so many different angles, but this is a new one, and holy shit. And the music. Ooh. Guys, this is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring, but I am battling so hard against this part of me that does not want to stop until I get directly here. Wherever, however long, whatever path needs to be taken to get us to this point here in front of this massive door leading into the Erd Tree. I absolutely am so looking forward to it. This guy, dude, you've seen this apparently. This guy is not impressed by this view. He's like, bro, I've been around. I've been around too long, and I've seen too many things. Let's grab this site of grace. But yeah. A new type of tree sentinel has been dealt with. We have many different... Melina! Hello. Hello.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erd Tree. Here, I can govern my own movement, and thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent, and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you, I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Oh my god, I was not expecting an unprompted talk with Melina. But maybe that's the perfect way for us to wrap up things here as we've reached the East Capital Rampart, and Melina is now, quote-unquote, at the foot of the Erd Tree. We're not quite there. We're a little short of the actual Erd Tree, but this is close enough, Melina says. And now she's going to try to ascertain her purpose. It's very graceful and kind of her to allow us to continue to level and ride Torrent. We'd be a little screwed without that ability. I'm loving everything about the aesthetic that we're seeing here in this this first taste of the capital. All the assets surrounding us, the music, and I don't know how long it's going to take. It's probably going to take, who knows, a dozen episodes, maybe more, just to explore the freaking capital. No idea, but I do know that it's going to be an absolute blast, and I can't wait to get to it. We're probably going to have another round with Margit at some point as well. Margit decided to kind of, didn't really ruin the show, but he has reinserted himself at, in his mind, I suppose, the opportune time. So much to explore. Looking forward to it next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.